Hello, this is your daily outlook for Wednesday, the 29th of August. The euro rose from the day's low at 124.65 to 125.77 and ended the day near the session's high. Speculations of further ECB action have intensified as President Draghi announced he would miss the Jackson Hole Symposium this Friday and Saturday due to the heavy workload foreseen in the next few days. This has led to speculation that he may be trying to present a credible bond buying plan with a chance of turning the crisis around. Sentiment in Europe is mixed as Catalonia might have become the third province to access Spain's liquidity programme. Crude oil ranged between 95.12 and 96.52, with prices holding relatively firm as driven by a stable euro and a weaker dollar. It was also supported by the storm season in the Gulf of Mexico, with Tropical Storm Isaac upgrading to a hurricane and heading for New Orleans. This reminds the market of Hurricane Katrina, which attacked the area and caused tremendous destruction 7 years ago. Also, oil prices rose as Iran denied that it would allow UN inspectors to investigate its nuclear sites. Gold retreated after falling to break above 1680, while QE3 hopes triggered buying gains were paired on profit-taking. The Australian dollar saw some slippage off yesterday's high at 103.90 after weaker than expected construction data. Bearish press reports warned about risks to economic growth both in China and in Australia itself. The US 500, which tracks the SP 500, has ranged between 1403 and 1412, and the US Tech, which tracks the Nasdaq, ranged between 2771 and 2791, without clear direction as the Jackson Hole Symposium on August 31st to September approaches. Investors see a decent chance that Fed Chairman Ben Bernanke may hint further QE3 during his speech, given recent mixed data out of the US. Now let's take a look at what the currencies are doing this morning. The euro-dollar pivot points at 125.35 with a preference to enter into long positions at 125.45. The dollar-yen pivot points at 78.40 with a preference to enter into long positions at 78.40. The Aussie dollar pivot points at 103.40 with a preference to enter into long positions at 103.40. The sterling dollar pivot points at 157.90 with a preference to enter into long positions at 158. And the dollar CAD pivot points at 0.99 with a preference to enter into short positions at 0.99. Looking at commodities and indices, the oil pivot points at 95.15 with a preference to enter into long positions at 95.15. The gold pivot points at 1657 with a preference to enter into long positions at 1657. The silver pivot points at 30.51 with a preference to enter into long positions at 30.51. The US 500 is at 1418 with a preference to enter into short positions at 1418. And the UK 100 is at 5735 with a preference to enter into long positions at 5735. And of course, for more up-to-date information, please visit us at easy-forex.com. And on the calendar, the market movers are the US GDP preliminary forecast to increase to 1.7%, US pending home sales change forecast to decrease to 1%, and the crude oil inventories forecast to increase to minus 1.1 million. Our interesting pair to watch is the Australian dollar versus the New Zealand dollar. The Aussie continued its upward trend yesterday, reaching a high of 129.17. This completes a 0.61% move from the 128 psychological level. The pair is eyeing up the next strong target of 1.3. On the downside, a move below the 127.25 support may open the way to further lows and push back towards the 5-month low of 125.20. This has been your Daily Outlook. I'm Emma Joe from the Easy Forex Dealing Room. Have a good day.
Not only have you found a great place for Forex news, you found a great place to trade it. Registration is easy. Just click Join Now. Membership has its unique benefits, such as the freeze rate, the trade simulator, the inside viewer, and personal dealers. Your personal account manager waiting for you now.